November 21st was a day of interesting things happening, but we're not going to talk about those interesting things. But you need to know that those interesting things happened because that's what prompted this discovery. Yes, in this video, we're going to expose MadamSavvy for being the international foreign asset that she is. That's right. This American isn't so American anymore, according to the internet. Autism Capital puts out a video. I make a response to it. We got Joe Byron here making a response to that, asking about the interesting thing, and then lying about the interesting thing using their talking points of toxicity and lies. I, of course, give the very academic and professional response of not being a fucking retard. Falafel comes in and offers a little bit of nuance, to which was a prompt lie, of course. And I said, of course, correcting him, it's illegals. But Yami is the great internet detective, and he comes in and he says, bitch, you are Russian immigrant in the first place. This is where I get exposed, everybody. In fact, I'm so exposed I had no idea that I was even a Russian immigrant. I was born in the Americas, but I guess I'm a Russian immigrant somehow. I always thought I was adopted. Both my parents have dark hair. It all makes sense. Hirudin. I hope I'm not butchering your name. She was born in the U.S. from Polish parents. Well, one of them was Polish, one is Canadian, but sure, it's a little less embarrassing if you say Polish parents, I suppose. Yami insists. He insists because he is a journalist. He's not, but he embodies them. She is Russian and never born in the U.S. This is the racist one I just called and reminded her of her origins. Even her Twitter account is set in Russian, not English. L Handler. Oh man, this name. I love a good foreshadow. Bro, her about section says US, not Russia. The fuck? LOL. Yami comes in with his astute observations. She lives in the US, but she is immigrant like 99% of the rest of you. L Handler. I have a feeling you're just talking nothing but shit at this point. Yami says calling it talking shit doesn't magically turn your lack of valid argument into a point. L Handler, what proof do you even have to back up your claims if you've already won? Yami, proof? The fact that you're deflecting. By the way, nothing's been deflected, so I don't know what this word is, and I don't know if he's ESL and he meant something else, but he used the word deflecting, and he used it wrong. Please stop speaking a language if you don't know what you're saying. Trying to twist conversation shows I've already won. Your whole approach is based on empty arguments and random distractions. You can wait all you want, but it won't change the fact that you've got no point. You're not asking for proof, you're asking for a way out because you know you're losing. By the way, if I have ever seen projection of which is projected upon the projected surface, this would be it. This is the absolute maximum amount of projection that has ever been seen. This can't be real. This has to be a memer. But we take the internet seriously here, so let's keep reading. I legit ask for proof and you're deflecting. If you had proof to back up your claims, you wouldn't hesitate to present it. Then you would say, I'm losing. I believe this is yours. It's an L. Yami, you keep asking for proof for something you never claimed. Clarified. What? Which is exactly why this is going in circles. Prove this then. Or this. As I said, she is immigrant and she admit. Now go scroll by yourself. Time for some pictures. I scrolled her about section and I don't see anything. I think you're stalling. I see you can't even use Twitter. Show me then if you're so smart. Dude, go scroll her fucking timeline. And then he posts me quoting him. But my Twitter screenshot that I took myself is in English. However, it's this line right here that he's getting confused with. Secondly, by calling me an immigrant, you acknowledge I acquired citizenship by legal means. Because people have, for all of eternity, associated immigration with legal immigration, with papers, with documents, right? So I was engaging in a hypothetical, no! This person must be a woman because it can't handle abstract thoughts. L. Handler continues. Here's her quote. Secondly, by calling me an immigrant, you acknowledge I acquired citizenship by legal means that is based on your accusation. This is neither confirmation or denial. What's with your archetype? This is where it gets very silly. Just wait. Yummy. He invokes the Grok. Is this real? Based on MadamSavvy's post, she sarcastically denies being born in Russia and questions the claim. She addresses the immigrant label hypothetically, noting it implies legal citizenship if true, but doesn't confirm it. No other posts from her confirm Russian origins or immigration status. How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning, bitch? She admits she got citizenship, which means she is immigrant. No other posts from her confirm Russian origins or immigration status. Bro, even Grok said it. At MadamSavvy. This is how I woke up, by the way. 2 days after the fact. He tried using Grok and it worked against him. I have woken up to gold. Grok responds, though. No, she didn't admit to getting citizenship. She was speaking hypothetically in response to your claim. Her post denies being born in Russia and mocks the idea. A search of her posts shows no confirmation of Russian origins or immigration status. Truly, Grok is the greatest of white knights. An infallible bot who has never once gone crazy. I love this. I love this. I didn't even have to be here. This happened days after, too. He went to sleep and woke up thinking about how much I'm Russian. What is with people assuming I'm Russian? This is a side notion, but to kind of at least maybe excuse him. When I went to Poland, I was 25. I was with my mother and my family, but my mother and I went shopping. Now, I am the only person in my family who does not speak Polish because I was very lazy and my mother did not instill with me the concept of pushing through something even if I don't want it. So when I told her I was bored and didn't want to learn a language at the age of 7, she trusted that. Now I can't communicate with half my family. But that's okay because at least we have the shared language of vodka admiration. Anyway, point being, so we were walking around some shops and these shopkeepers, these women, they start clamoring in Polish and they have this nasty look and they're pointing at me and my mother and I, I don't walk particularly close, so they didn't realize that we were together. But my mother starts snickering. And so I ask her outside after we leave the shop, I said, what was so funny? And she goes, well, I was just listening to them talk and apparently they were disparaging you. They were saying, I wish that filthy Russian would go back across the border. I wish that Russian would buy something, but they never do. They're always so poor. They just window shop. Go back to your own country. Please stop coming here. I'm Polish. I'm 50% Polish. So maybe if Yami didn't just blindly hate me and didn't just make assumptions, I could have excused it. I apparently look Russian to my own people. But, bro, I'm not Russian. There's nothing wrong with being Russian. I'm just not, to my knowledge. I could have been switched at birth. I was the only blonde baby in a ward of Italians. Regardless, this was one of the funniest things to wake up to, and this marks the start of the stupidity series of which I'd like to do on here. How do you not understand basic sarcasm? I thought that it was clear, because if we go to my quote, this is a new one. I opened this with it being new. I did not know I was born in Russia, but apparently not knowing that I was born in Russia means that I'm admitting to being born in Russia? What? These people, they make up a story in their head about you. And at the end of the day, why does it even matter? I know that the original thing was technically about sort of immigration, kind of. Not really. The left just likes to pretend that it's stupid and doesn't know the difference between immigration and crossing a border illegally, which is indeed a crime. But really? What would it matter? Do you think I'm supposed to be sympathetic? My family and the man that I married are legal immigrants. Of course I don't like illegals. They had to wait. They had to file paperwork. They had to spend money to come to this country. Every single person should have to do that. Everybody plays by the same rules. Otherwise, why have the rules? Those were my lulz. And my bit of serious rambling at the end there. Enjoy your day. And as always, nostrovia, comrade.